Hello, lovelies. This week in Empower Living with Ariane Moore, we are talking about limiting beliefs because everyone has them. Everyone has them. Surprise! You don't think you have them. I'm sorry, but you do. So I guess the question is, what is a limiting belief? A limiting belief is any belief that you might have that places or creates limitations on actions or thoughts or anything of the sort. But what I'm talking about are core limiting beliefs. So the beliefs that we have about ourselves. So some of the core ones that we hold are, I am not enough. I'm not good enough. I am unlovable. I am unworthy. I'm undeserving. And you just plop in whatever is after that, right? I am not good enough to have a relationship. I am not enough, period. Right? So if you are believing those things to be true, then the actions that you take in your world are actually going to make you play quite small, right? We're not going to step out and take risks when we are holding on to a limiting belief and believing it to be true. So everyone has them. And why do we have them? Well, because they are there to keep us small, which is also a way of protecting ourselves, right? So our egos, so when we're children, we go through experiences and we make it mean something. So let's say, and it can be something really, really simple, like, as a 4-year-old, you are calling, you want to show your mom a picture that you drew. And at that exact moment, the phone rings and your mom, instead of turning to you, turns away to answer the phone. And then all of a sudden, what happens is something in your brain starts to think, okay, so something just happened here. And I'm going to make that mean that I'm not enough. And then from there, we're going to talk about what happens in the brain chemistry in tomorrow's session. But from there, this limiting belief gets hardwired. And we actually start to have this belief be triggered throughout our lives where it gets stronger and stronger. And then we actually show up from that place of that limiting belief. So if you're believing you're not good enough to do something, you're probably not going to attempt to try something different. You're not going to be much of a risk taker. You're not going to step out of your comfort zone, let people see you in that place of believing that you're not enough. So that is why I do what I do, because I think it's really hard to live a full life when we are believing these mistaken beliefs to be true. When we are believing limiting beliefs to be true, we actually do not show up fully in our lives. So, what is a limiting belief? A belief that is not true, that places limitations on the things that we do or the thoughts that we have about others, ourselves, and the world. It could be any of those. Everyone has them. Who has them? Everyone. How are they created? They're created usually by the time we're 5 or 6. That's when they're created, and they just keep showing up everywhere from that moment forward. All right. That's a little bit of information here. Does that give you any information on yourself? Like, can you think of what some of your beliefs might be about yourself? If that lands for you, let me know. I would love to hear what might be some of your limiting beliefs. Sometimes when we just voice what they might be, it actually starts to shift things a little bit rather than keeping them and holding them inside. All right, lovelies. See you soon.